How we doing, guys? Welcome to another Mamemeister 10-minute mashup. Tonight's game is probably extremely familiar to any retro gamer. This is Sega Rally, or should I say Sega Rally, on the Sega Saturn. Now, I know I keep harping on about I never ever look at popular games or common games, and this is probably the best or most well known, most fondly remembered game on the Sega Saturn. But the reason I'm going to look at it is because of that very reason. It's supposed to be really good, and I've only really recently had a Saturn. Well, I've had it for about a year, but I rarely use it. So I thought, let's...
Sega Rally Championship.
Sega Rally Championship. Does anybody notice that Sega games, they always seem to shout? Anytime I put a Sega, not just a Saturn, whether it's a Sega Mega Drive, I mean, it seems to be worse in the more kind of common consoles like the Wii, PlayStation 2, any Sega game, like any Virtua Tennis game, they always shout. Don't know what's going on there.
Sega Rally Championship.
1995. Deary me, is that when this came out? Now I know that the big thing, I think the thing that, put my teeth back in, I think the thing that really sets this game apart is the time attack. You hear people talking about how amazing time attack is, so I'm going to go for arcade. Now it's got to be, because I'm shite, it's got to be championship. Let's just go for default car. Gentlemen, start your engines. No, we don't get that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. Right. Oops. Now I know it's all about the drifting. And you need to bear with me, guys. I think I played this game once in it wasn't even an arcade, I played it once in a Brewers Fair many years ago. Bloody hell. And you know what? For a, was it 16-bit? No, it was 32-bit, wasn't it? For a 32-bit console, which was the first kind of generation, it's pretty damned impressive. Yeah, the graphics look kind of VGA, PC VGA kind of quality, but it moves really nice. 14th. Yeah, I think, but I tell a lie, I did play this, I did actually have this on the PC, but I think that was pants compared to this version.
2, 1, go!
Now I don't know, is it like Ridge Racer where you take your finger off the accelerator as you go into a corner? Or do you just keep your foot to the metal?
Very long, easy left.
Out my way. I was never really into, I mean, I didn't have a Saturn, I had a PlayStation, and you had, what was it called? Virtual Rally, V-Rally, that was what it was. You had V-Rally, you had Colin McRae's Rally. I was never really into rally games. I think just because I found them too difficult. Like this, I was all over the place. Whoa! Thank goodness for that little stone wall stopping me careering off the edge of the cliff. There it's there, the classic rock music for all games that were made in the 90s. The ironic thing is, most people, not myself included, would probably have rather listened to Michael Bublé when they're driving. But I don't know if that would quite be the same. Ah, bollocks. Let's go again. But I got that straight. There we go, that looks absolutely perfect. The problem with this camera, guys, is you've got the screen, then there's a black bar to the right hand side, so where it looks like it's straight on the camera, when I actually take it and put it on the computer I realise it's not straight. So that's my excuse. Let's go in again. Now do the shoulder buttons do anything? Let's give it a try.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh bollocks. Let's go for in-car this time.
Easy right. Easy left. Easy right. Wow. Over jump. Easy right.
Now I'm doing the shoulder buttons, it's hard to tell if that's doing anything. Quite possibly could be. Is that a sentence? It was a sentence but non-committal. Yeah, it does. It seems to kind of turn you slightly quicker, a bit like Wipeout did. Let's go back for in-car view and we can see. Bloody hell. Right, let's go for the right shoulder button. I like that effect.
Finish!
Did I beat 14th? Same again. But you know what? It's actually really, really nice. Yeah, you've got to, you know, the games nowadays, we're used to super realistic driving games where you can see, there's no pop-up, you can see exactly into the distance. Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine. And obviously these games are, it's the graphics from afar are a bit blurred looking, but you know what, it's still got a certain charisma and charm to it. It plays really, really smooth. I mean this is obviously the PAL version, I don't know if this was optimised or whatever. I mean it appears to be kind of full screen, I think. Yeah, it looks kind of full screen to me, I don't know. I know the PlayStation, I know the early PlayStation games are terrible for the old black borders and 50 megahertz. Must admit, I was never. My pals used to constantly go on about how it was, you know, Tekken was a shite version because it was slow and it had the borders, and I never really got it myself. I never really knew what the fuss was all about. However, my Mega Drive, which I've got, one of my mates kindly got a mod thing on it. He didn't mod it, he put he welded a few cables together, and it basically makes it, I can flick between 60 and 50 hertz, and I must admit, holy shit, you can see a big difference. If you start Sonic and then in 50 megahertz and then you click the switch up mid game, you really see the difference. I think it's only 13% difference or something, but it's certainly noticeable, and I can understand seeing the game, you know, what it could be. You realise how we were shortchanged back in the day. Well, I'm doing absolutely shite. Let's go for one more. How are we doing? We're up to 9 minutes. We've got time for one more race, I think. Let's just go back in the same one again. Yeah, let's try a different car. Oh, we need to go for automatic. Because I struggle with the automatic, never mind the bloody manual. What happened there? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and play it purely through the viewfinder. This will be interesting. I'm not going to look at the screen at all, I'm just going to look at the viewfinder. So I'm looking at this as if I was playing it on a Game Boy. Like a 2.5 inch by 3 inch.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oops. Balls to that. It's too small.
Easy left.
And my sight isn't quite what it used to be. Don't knock over the zebra.
Easy right. Long, medium right. Check one.
Is that rubbish flying away or was it birds? Who can tell? See, that's what happened, I started drifting all over the bloody place.
Over jump.
I like how it's depicts mud and puddles, that's quite clever. It really feels like and looks like you're driving along through a mud.
Very long, easy right, baby.
Let's give it right shoulder. Yeehaw. I like the way the helicopter kind of whisks up the dirt as well, that's pretty clever. Oh, that was much better, that was better than 14th, surely. 103 to beat. 14th again, I don't believe it. Dearie me. Right, let's go for the second one. I know we're just over 10 minutes, but hey, who's counting?
Three, two, one, go.
That's better. I was going to do the Mario Kart turbo boost. I don't think it would work somehow. Get the road birds.
Long, easy right, baby.
Yeah, for a console which is,
Long, easy left.
Christ, what would it be? About 18 years old. It's pretty damn impressive still, even now. I must admit, I was a huge PlayStation fan back in the day, but I personally think that the PlayStation hasn't aged particularly well, and probably that goes for the Saturn as well, because it was the first kind of generation of 3D consoles. They were pretty basic looking, and I don't think they've aged well at all. But you know, games like this, they still retain the playability. Come on, just stop hugging the wall.
Medium right. Easy right, easy left. Long, medium right.
Don't crash into the people. Come on, bollocks. Well, that was better, I think, guys. Retired. And on that note, I think I will. Anyway, guys, this is Sega Rally by Sega, and this is on the Sega Saturn. As usual, guys, thanks for watching.